Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Still Scavasses here. I'm Anthony.
I'm Casey.
And today we're watching episode 5 of Death Note.
So this show really gets into your head, makes you think about a lot of things, question your morals, question what's right and wrong.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah. So last time Light did this crazy thing. He went all out. He was doing this to get the FBI guy's name.
It was so elaborate.
So elaborate.
Yeah.
And it was just like, you would have never expected it was him. Roy Pembler, I think was his name. He was not even suspecting.
Yeah, he was pretty much already going to wrap it up after today.
Yeah, and he was even like, oh, he's not Kira. Like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy what he did. I think that we were underestimating his abilities. I do think that he still is naive, and when I say naive, I don't mean that he's stupid, but I just think that he thinks very highly of himself.
So, Light is very, very bright. I think he doesn't have the benefit, obviously, of experience just because he is younger. Just the fact that he was able to orchestrate this in his mind is just so crazy to me that he could even think that far ahead in so many different steps, oh, this is gonna happen, then this is gonna happen, then this is gonna happen. To play that all out like a movie, like you're writing a script, is really, really cool. I'm just so excited to see more interactions between Light and obviously L, because they're just too damn smart, both of them. I just want to see them go after each other pretty much.
So Ryuk is also just sitting here in the background, just taking it all in. It's really funny to me. He's just chilling, just watching them.
Throwing in some commentary every once in a while, maybe eat an apple.
So I'm pretty sure I saw a comment in one of our Death Notes that someone said Ryuk is a reactor and where's his Patreon? And then somebody was like, you could just pay him in apples. And I thought that was hilarious. Alright, well if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can stay notified for all of our future videos.
And if you haven't already, head over to our Patreon where we have full-length reactions as well as other exclusive content. The full-length reaction to our next episode is actually over there right now, so if you want to check that out, the link's down in the description below.
Okay, let's go ahead and get into this video.
I came to Japan as part of a secret investigation, so the local police can't find out that
I understand. I promise I won't tell anyone that I met you, and of course, that includes my father.
Who's this?
Hey, welcome back.
What a day.
Oh, it's probably the FBI guy's wife?
The bus I was on got hijacked, if you can believe it.
So you were already riding the bus when the hijacker got on?
And in the end, the guy freaked out, jumped off the bus, and got hit by a car.
Did he die?
Why is she asking stuff like this?
Yeah.
It's a little hard to believe that was all a coincidence, don't you think?
What do you mean?
Think about it. You got on that bus because you were investigating someone, right? And now you're telling me that this criminal is most likely dead. Doesn't that suggest that you...
That's enough. Look, darling, you and I know you used to be one of the best agents in the FBI. But now you're my fiancé, Naomi. We talked about this. You're not an agent anymore, so just leave it alone.
She's gonna get involved.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, once we have a few kids running around, you'll probably be so busy you'll forget you were ever an agent. Your mind will be occupied with better things, too.
Let her have a career.
I know.
If he dies right after meeting me, I'll only draw attention to myself.
Gods of death. L, do you know? Gods of death. Is he trying to tell us that gods of death exist?
If I write a cause of death and the circumstances leading up to it, I can add a name afterwards, and it'll still happen.
Ooh, even I didn't know that one.
Mr. Ray Penber. Turn around and you're dead. I am Kira.
What the heck?
What are you doing?
Wow.
Do you see the man working over there at the coffee shop? That's right, the one sweeping the floor. I'm gonna kill him just for you.
Was he innocent?
Repeatedly charged with sexual assault. He's managed to avoid conviction every time due to lack of evidence. He was a menace to society. He got what he deserved. I can't kill someone who I haven't seen. I have to know their face. Which means, of course, I could easily kill all these people right now if I wanted to.
He's playing with him, because that's not all the truth.
How do you know about her?
I've been investigating you. And if you don't do exactly as I say, she will die. And so will the rest of your family. First, take the transceiver out of the envelope, then put the earpiece in, and await my instructions.
Wow. I can't believe he confronted,
Yeah. I think he's still gonna kill him, though. I feel like he's just, messing with him.
Yeah.
How many FBI agents are currently in Japan? Speak quietly into the transceiver and don't make
it obvious?
I believe it's 4 teams, 3 agents per team for a total of 12.
Of those 12 agents you mentioned, I want you to write down the name of your superior, the one who's heading up this investigation, in the space at the very top of the page.
It's not like he can kill them using just their names.
Any minute now, your boss is going to send you a message with a file attachment. It contains the names and photos of all the FBI agents currently active in Japan.
Now, one by one, you're going to look at each photo and then write that agent's name in the space provided. You're going to do this for each agent.
He has the database. He'll have the names. He'll have the
If he's got the names already, why use me?
Oh my gosh.
I know that voice. Why on earth can't I remember who it belongs to?
Figure it out. You just talked to him. I guess
That was
it's
a
not
week
that
ago.
easy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't remember somebody like I talked to one time. Their voice, you know?
Yeah.
Is he dying?
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't want him to
Friggin'
die.
He just wanted the information.
But did he deserve to die?
Like
Yagami.
Farewell, Ray Penber.
Fuck.
But he wasn't a criminal, was he?
I mean, let's see.
Ray
what he says.
Penber wrote all of those names on pages taken from the Death Note. Ironic. Without even realizing it, he was actually signing a death warrant for all of his colleagues. As for Penber's boss, he died of a heart attack after sending all of his agents a file. And the other 11 investigators? They all died of heart attacks after receiving the same file.
He made
my.
him write in the death note?
Oh my gosh. That is insane.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Look, I'm sorry, but it's already decided. We're calling off our investigation.
Obviously, he's not gonna stop.
L, I just got off the phone with the director of the FBI. According to him, it seems that you arranged for the FBI to come to Japan and investigate everyone here associated with the task force. I find it unbelievable that you would spy on us.
The very people working with you on this case.
It's obvious he'll kill anyone who gets in his way, whether they're criminals or not.
We have another victim. A note was found at the scene.
L, do you know gods of death love apples?
Damn you, Kira.
Oh, she's gonna take on this case.
He's dead. He was murdered by Kira.
I think it's honorable of you, Dad. I'm proud to be able to call you my father. And if anything should ever happen to you, I'm going to find Kira and make sure he gets executed.
I hope he wouldn't kill his own dad.
I hope not, but I mean, he just crossed the line.
Crossed the
The
line
thing
there.
is, I think he wants his dad in charge so he can like control the
Yeah.
situation.
If anyone wants to leave this investigation, now is the time. You won't be demoted if you choose not to stay.
I'm out. Like, I'm done.
Oh yeah, that's him all right. There's no doubt about it.
Oh shit.
I remember him because he told us to get down. But I don't really remember any of
He's
the other
investigating
passengers.
now.
Well, thanks for talking with me anyway. I appreciate it.
I hope she's really good.
I feel like she is. She
Just
already put
another
that together, and he
dimension.
couldn't even put that together.
But if what I'm thinking is right, Kira could have been one of the passengers on the bus that day. And if that is the case, then I know that he's close enough to use this bus route.
Damn, that's all that stayed?
5 men, huh? Well, 6, including myself. L, if all of us are going to work together on this investigation, and if you truly meant what you said about trusting the 6 of us, could you come here so we can all meet in person?
Please keep what is about to happen.
No.
Like to meet the 6 of you whom I trust as soon as possible.
Okay. No.
Please believe. Okay.
Perhaps we should think of it like he's been waiting for this to happen all along. There were a number of people on the task force who distrusted Elle before this investigation began. And once we got started, we had detectives resigning left and right. Following that, classified information was leaked. So I'm not surprised that he didn't trust us.
In other words, he was waiting for the task force to get narrowed down to only those investigators he could trust. And to do that, he needed to weed out anyone who wasn't totally committed.
If we're working with that guy, I'm leaving the task force. You don't have to worry. I won't try to follow you.
All right.
One last
one
one.
less.
If you ever managed to find out about these secret meetings, I'm sure you'd feel compelled to move in. That's what I'm counting on.
Oh.
It's unlocked. Please, let yourselves in.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, so that really made the plot jump forward a lot, in my opinion. I think we now saw a line that was crossed by Light, where he's been teetering. Like you could debate whether he had already crossed that line or not. But to kill people who don't have any sort of like, sort of criminal history.
Yeah.
Because even the person he killed like in the food court, I remember you asked too, was like, wait, was he a criminal? And then he said like, yeah, he was.
Yeah, he had a history. So the FBI agent Ray, he killed him and then he made him kill the other ones.
Yeah.
So he like forced somebody else to participate in this. And that's where I'm like, okay, like you're choosing to do it.
Maybe that's what
like,
he's using it to make himself think that I didn't kill those people. But then again, he did kill Ray too. So.
But that like bothers me that he brought someone else into this.
Yeah.
That didn't want to be involved in that.
I mean, the guy died before he even realized.
Yeah.
But like I said, unless Ray did something that we're unaware of yet, maybe in his mind, if he did do something that he could at least, say, okay, he's worthy of being killed. In his mind, maybe he could think about like, oh, well, Ray killed those other people. It wasn't me because he wrote their names on that paper, not me. But I don't know if I don't know if he cares that much anymore right now. I feel like it's more about power now. And
he more like wants to win. Like I'm gonna beat you.
It's a competition,
Elle.
yeah.
It's
like
and then Elle wants to beat Light, and it's just it's crazy.
Which Light's dad explained the situation about like maybe this is what Elle wanted, but. Like, he didn't explain that. We kind of got the tail end, I'll show myself publicly and whatnot is what Elle was saying. But I want to know if there's a little bit more if that's exactly what he wanted. The guy leaving there at the end was interesting. Like, the last FBI agent that went upstairs, like, oh, I'm leaving. I wonder if we'll ever reference that guy again. Because, that was just like the final thing, like to weed out the last one or two, maybe that might leave at that point. Very little Ryuk in this one, which is, I think is honestly interesting. Because, sometimes we'll have like heavier episodes with him in it.
Yeah.
And then some where he was just barely in it at all.
Before ever watching this, I thought he was like the main character. Like, it's all about this weird looking thing. But obviously he's more of just like a spectator, a supporting character. And I think that's really cool. Like he's just watching this all unfold. And like Elle and Light are really the main hitters here. I'm also very interested in the FBI agent's fiance.
Yes.
I think she's gonna get involved. So
I think she's already involved. She kind of already like comes off to me as a badass. Like she knows what the hell she's talking about because obviously Ray didn't put some pieces together that were obviously there in front of him. Not to say that we would have been able to put those pieces together without actually watching it take place.
But if you're an FBI agent, isn't that kind of your job to try to figure stuff like that out?
Obviously she already went to the bus stop. She already asked like the person who was driving the bus, like who else was on the bus. She already kind of putting pieces together saying he must be in this area if he's on this bus route. So, I think she's definitely going to be a factor into this, and that's the wild card, I feel like. So Light did say that he did research on Ray's girlfriend or fiance, but how much research did he do? Maybe he just looked in saying like, oh, maybe she's unemployed and, she's just like a house, well, not a housewife, but a house fiance right now, because that's kind of what Ray wanted her to be. But anyway, maybe that's all he knows about her, and like he just thinks like, oh, Ray's out of the picture now, and now I'm out of the clear here.
Yeah.
So I think she's definitely going to play into this at some point down the road. All right, guys. Well, if you haven't already, please make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell so you can stay notified for all of our future videos.
We also have full-length reactions, exclusive content, things like that over on our Patreon. The full-length reaction to the next episode of Death Note is over there right now. So if you want to watch that right after this and not have to wait, the link is down in the description below.
All right, guys. We'll catch you in the next episode.
Bye.